Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
What's your name?
Tiara.
Hi. Welcome to Premier Adoption Agency. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Awesome.
I'm a little cold. It's cold outside.
It is very cold outside. I got my sweater on.
Yeah.
So today we are going to be talking a little bit about your options regarding pregnancy and adoption. We'll be talking about if you have any use for the other services we have here. Some of the services we have are financial assistance in case you need help with all the medical bills that do get kind of pricey. We'll also be talking about counseling as well. We offer that. We also offer help with the paperwork for adoption, which can get pretty confusing as well. We will set you up with a family of your choosing in the future if you decide to stay with us. And we make sure that they are very safe through doing such things as house safety calls, which is basically going to their house, making sure everything's safe, making sure that they're trying to just be a nice, good, safe home for the family and for the child.
Right.
Also, I am a mandated reporter, which basically means that if I see any signs of abuse, I do have to report them. And I will keep all of your information confidential unless I do see signs of abuse or neglect to any elders, vulnerable adults, or other children, or yourself. At which point I will have to break confidentiality. Can you tell me a little bit about why you're here today?
Well, I'm pregnant, as you can see, and I've just decided to give my child up for adoption, and I just looked around, and this is the agency that I thought would be best for me and the child.
How many months pregnant are you?
I am 3 months pregnant. I think that's what the doctor told me. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about how your family is or your life outside of this pregnancy?
Yeah, so right now I am just a student, and so I just don't think that it is the right time for me to have a child. I just can't really support a child the way I would want it to be supported. I don't have the financial means whatsoever. I live with my parents at the moment, and the father is not involved, and so I just don't think that this is the right time for me to be having a child. So yeah, it's a little difficult. I'm not gonna lie. I think that it would be very hard for me to have a child right now because of just, that insecurity. I don't have anything really keeping me financially stable whatsoever. I have a minimum wage job, but that's just not enough, I don't think.
Yeah. Are you in school?
Yeah, I'm a student. I actually go to TMCC.
Awesome. Okay. Also, can you tell me a little bit about maybe the types of families you're looking for in adoption?
Yeah, so I want the child to grow up in a similar way that I was growing up in. I'm not looking for anything extravagant, like the best charter schools or private schools or anything like that, but I'm definitely looking for just a loving couple, maybe someone who already has kids of their own, someone experienced with taking care of newborns and things like that, and just people who are definitely financially stable, because that's the reason why I can't have a baby. So I want someone who can support the child in those types of ways that I just can't. And so I'm not looking for anything too picky. I'm not trying to be, the adoptive mother from hell or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just definitely want the best for the child no matter what.
Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of people, they really just want to make sure that they're that the whole process is really safe for the child.
Right.
Which is basically the most important part.
Yeah.
We could definitely look online. We do have adoptive families, so that's an option as well. Also, do you have any major concerns for maybe financial assistance that you would need in pregnancy?
No.
No? Okay.
I do have some concerns about just, I guess they would be financial, but not exactly. Just getting to like doctor's appointments and things like that. Like I said, I want the child to be safe and healthy too, but that's just a little bit of the issue I'm having right now.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit? I know you said you're living with your parents. Is there anything like about your living situation that you're unhappy with, or is it just? So let's go over a little bit about what you talked to me today. So some of the points you brought up were you don't feel financially stable. You really want a safe home for the child with a loving couple. You really made it seem important that you wanted a loving situation for the child.
Mm-hmm.
And you also talked about how you don't feel ready or stable enough for a child. I think the most important part that I found that you mentioned was just really you had a focus for where the child was going and that you wanted it to be safe, which I think is also a very important part. Also, we talked about how you have a job and school and you have a lot going on right now, and you felt like a child didn't really fit into that, which is totally okay.
Yeah, that is exactly what we talked about.